right? Coach too, right? Because we being in New York, we don't our seasons, right? We have so many seasons.
Like, I have a good, and I don't say I'm far from being small, modest, right? Of coats that I've had for already 5 winters that I keep saying, oh, this winter I'm pulling it out.
I got a couple of those. Yeah.
It's going out. And it just hasn't, because what it is, sometimes I'll see a piece and I love it, but it's like the right moment hasn't occurred for me to wear it. So like, if I get a pair of sneakers, that's what makes you different. Because you'll buy something and you'll go on a hunt for things to match it to put together. Yeah. For me, it'd be a collector. I got this now. Yeah. Let's match this now. And I just, when that outfit comes, it's gonna come. So that's when it happens.
I was like that with sneakers for a while. Remember, I would buy sneakers, and I'm not one of those collect sneaker niggas. Like, I wear my sneakers. I don't got time for that shit. But it was stuff that I couldn't find. So like I said again, ironically to that, my ugly Christmas sweater sneakers.
You haven't never worn it, right?
No, every year even my old ugly Christmas sweater party that year got canceled because of the weather. So it's like every time I go to wear them, I don't get to wear them.
Plan something this year, so you
I did. I planned that.
Oh, this year.
No, but it don't even matter because I planned an ugly Christmas sweater party just so I could wear my ugly Christmas sweater sneakers.
I'll tell Bio since he loves Christmas so much we'll plan something.
Yeah. But I say that to say this. I wear my stuff because I started realizing when you hold on to this shit, you just start collecting. Hence why we got $1,000 worth of storage space every fucking month because somebody.
I have a business, first of all. I have $1,000 worth of storage space for what? For what?
So it's only filled with business. So it's only filled with products for your business.
Yeah.
Why you guys? Yeah.
My business is my clothes, and my clothes is my business. What is you talking about?
Sip some tea. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See. Whatever.
Yeah. But shout out to Day. Her Instagram is everyday style. Day DAI, not DAY. DAI as in igloo. I'm gonna ask her about men.
She just had a baby, right?
Yeah. But,
so that's cool. It's funny, like speaking of that, babies, right? I was like, she has a beautiful family. She got a husband, right? I was just saying that the other day. My boy, I didn't say his name because I don't know how you feel. Usually, I ask people since we started doing this, like, how they feel. I have so many associates, and I have like my close friends. Even them, I haven't spoken to all of them yet. They feel comfortable with me sharing certain things. Because me, I don't give a fuck. Like, if it's something I did publicly, I don't feel like I should hide it, unless it's incriminating. But, so, being funny. No, but I was having a conversation today, and I was explaining that he has a daughter, she had a baby, and he was at the baby shower, and he was upset because a lot of her friends thought he was the father because she didn't have the father of the child there. So she got pregnant by, I don't want to say she don't know who the father is, but by somebody she was just fucking, and he wanted nothing to do with the baby shower, all that. He's like, yeah, he'll support the child, but he didn't want to be a part of the festivities.
Oh, but he plans on co-parenting with her,
but he's like, because he feels like that. And so my associate got upset because I agreed with him, and I said you have to respect that, right? And he was like, yeah, what type of man does that? I said, the same type of man who get a girl pregnant he's not in a relationship with. And I said, at the end of the day, I told him, you know what I tell my daughters? Only you can get pregnant. Mm-hmm. And this is just some real shit. So I told him if it was me, I wouldn't have felt the way, but I definitely wouldn't have been walking out with my daughter to her baby shower. I would have suggested she had a traditional baby shower with only women.
What you mean walking out?
Because you know how when they come out for the baby shower, I don't know, I see it online, like, we don't really go to stuff that be like that. Like everybody's there, almost like when you get married and the bride
after the wedding ceremony.
Yeah, when they come from the bride, so they'll do that.
Baby showers?
Yeah, man, I see it all the time online. The grand entrance when they come.
Really?
Yeah, I see that shit all the time. So she came out with her dad. So clearly, a lot of people don't know.
Culture, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
I've
never been to a baby shower where they did that because they just there. Like,
I'm not old, but I felt weird. Even when we started getting invited, I was like, what do you mean we? I guess I'm old school in that nature. I felt like baby showers, when I was growing up, and that's what I want to get to, the whole basically growing up in a two-parent household versus a one-parent, because that's kind of what led the conversation with me and him led to, the different ideologies of that, right? I grew up, my mom went to baby showers. Like, I don't ever remember me, my dad, and like my family getting together and going to baby showers. It was usually women through baby showers for women.
Yeah, I've never been to an all women's baby shower.
Yes, you have, because
that was but that was I was an adult.
Oh, because
so I'm growing up. Excuse me.
Yeah, you said never. I was about to say yeah.
No, growing up, that was, but I didn't even know that was a thing that only women go to baby showers. So
perfect example.
She was the first baby shower that I went to where it was only women.
So I was saying, so long story short, so that was the first thing that bothered him. I was like, yeah, but you got to look at it like this. If your daughter just wound up pregnant without being seen with a man, right? And these are associates and friends that you don't know, right? So both of my children, Dream and Liberty, right? They have, like, they off in different states. You understand? Mm-hmm. They don't know what her dad looks like.
Right.
Neither one of them. They wound up pregnant, but then nobody sees them with a boyfriend. Now they throw a baby shower. I show up, you know. He's like me. He's not. He does. You know, he's young looking guy, and that don't mean shit because older niggas fuck with young girls anyway.
Yeah.
I can't be mad if people assume I'm the father and they don't know me, and I'm like, no, I'm the father. I'm not a child father. I'm her father, right? So fast forward, I said, so this is the difference between women raised by two parents or a man in generally than raised by a single woman. I said a lot of, and not saying this is, you know, generalized and subjective, but from my experience, the most of the time when a woman is raised from a single woman household, they don't mind doing this shit. They like, or repeating that cycle. They don't feel like there's anything wrong with it, and I think it is. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, he's not with his daughter's mother.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I had to explain. So I always tell my boys that these are the effects of not being in your child's life, and he wasn't in her life either. And this is one of those. This is a lot to unpack. He's one of them guys who think because he sent money, he was in the child's life, and I blame most of the time. I blame women for that because women associate child support with just finance. No, they need support. They need mental support. They need guidance. They need their parent for more than just money. Because even when a woman has money, she'll take a man for child support for money. I've never seen a woman, and that's what I went to. I said, I've never seen a woman take a man for child support to spend time with a child. Even if she got bread, she could be. I know she's a person where she up, and she like, oh, I'm taking child support. I'm like, for what? Like, you don't need. Like, that nigga broke. You had all the money the whole time. Like, oh, fuck that. He not going to just be out here. I'm like, how about you take him to court and make them visitation? Yeah, right? How about you do that? Like, oh, he got to take the child 6 months out the year or whatever. So, and he kind of like, towards the end of the conversation, he started to realize, you know, because when men are, some men are worse than women, or some males rather, are worse than women when they're emotionally like upset, they're thinking from emotion. They don't let their brain process reality. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not an attack towards him. This is just what it is. She comes from a household from a mother, and then she has multiple baby fathers, the mother. So this is the normality for her. If you come from a household and your mom got 2 or 3 other kids by 2 or 3 other men, and you get pregnant for the first time, you don't even think about who's getting you pregnant because you've seen your mother do it. So you're not even looking at it like, ooh, this is embarrassing, or
that I'm not in the
relationship that I'm not starting a family. Okay. I feel like people should, you know, and a bulk of our culture coming from the hood that we know that was always like, it was even. I find it disgusting that I only see it now. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I don't see other ethnicities ask women when they're pregnant, do you know who the baby father is? I think that's the most rudest shit to ask a woman. Yeah. It's disgusting. And only women do it for the most part, like that I've seen. I've never seen men ask a woman, you know who your father is?
They don't care to ask that though.
It's none of our business.
Rude, but like if you had a female friend
and she was pregnant, even if I the same scenario,
you might say, "Oh, I didn't know." I think men would probably be more, "Oh, well, I didn't know you had a nigga. I didn't know you was in a relationship, something like that." But instead of, even though it's still rude, but like not.
I don't think that's rude.
Questioning, do you know who the child's father is insinuating there's more than one potential father.
And that's disgusting to ask a woman that.
Yeah.
Even if she was a hoe.
People ask that when you have 2 kids, They go, oh, they about the same dad?
Disgusting.
That shit is weird. They used to ask me that all the time. And I'm like, what? Like,
that's disgusting. Like, why would you ask a woman that?
It's strangers. Not people.
I'm about to say, no, I'm about to say,
strangers
and
that
people you haven't seen in a while.
Crazy, though.
Right?
Somebody, you got the same dad, because the girls are 4 years apart. It's not like they're freaking 18 and 10 or something like that, right? Or, you know, we got newborn and one is 18. So they feel like, I'm like, where do they, what makes you ask a person that it's no different from, you know, when you assume you call her Mrs., right? You assume she's married until she informs you she's not.
Anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
People
used
don't
to
call
be.
Mrs. But
Like,
but I don't know, that hopefully he understood your point of view. I got that. I've known scenarios where people have gotten their side woman pregnant, and people didn't understand why they didn't want to be there for the delivery of the child until confirmation, DNA confirmation that the kid was theirs.
It's unfortunate.
And it's very unfortunate, though.
It's reality.
If it's not mine, I don't want that bonding to have that experience, to watch a child be born that potentially isn't mine, right? If the DNA comes back and it's proven not.
And it's whack, though, because, see, I'm 50-50 with that, right? I would never be in that situation because I just wouldn't.
But they also felt like, oh, this person didn't deserve to have the companionship of someone there helping them through the childbirth when they wasn't in a relationship with her.
So I'm 50-50 with that, right? And not saying help her through the childbirth, but now let's say it is your kid. You miss out on a golden opportunity. The kid is innocent, and I always told you that.
The kid is innocent.
I said, at the end of the day, you can feel however you want to feel about me. I said, God forbid, in the event, if I would have had a child out of household, right, and you decided to leave me, that's my consequence. Yeah. But I'm never leaving my child because it's still my child. Now it's up to the woman to say, you know what, I love you enough to where I'm gonna ride it out with you, you know. So, but I'm gonna be honest. I knew, so I used to.
A hell of a cowgirl, he rides his child.
No, I used to say, right, prior to, right, you're the only woman I ever got pregnant, right, and I say that proudly. And I look at so many men, be like, I'm like, I was scared of AIDS just as much as I was scared to have a baby by the wrong person. And I think I was more scared of having a baby by the wrong person than I was of AIDS.
I just spoke about that today on my story.
Right? So really quick, right? So in the event that would, right? So I took pride in that. I used to always say, that's what I say. I used to say I'm lucky. And I realized, no, I'm not fucking lucky. I'm wise in my actions. And that's a part of dick discipline. Not feeling like you need to go out here like a fucking caveman and fuck everything raw. You know what I'm saying? So, but in the event, right, because shit happened, columns pop, whatever, right? That would have been a scenario I would have had to been faced with. I have to not punish that child for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even with the baby shower thing, I understood that notion of it, right? And I say that, should he not be there for the birth of the child, whether he thinks it's or not, I'd say do it. This is a part of your consequences for your lack of dick discipline. So let's say you go through witnessing the childbirth, y'all do the DNA and it's not yours. That's part of your consequences because you shouldn't have been in a situation where you had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? If I had a son, I would tell my son the same thing. Like, nah, you won't be there for the birth of this child. We're gonna, to your point, we're not gonna go gun ho and start preparing to be like that's my grandson or my granddaughter, but we're gonna be there because in the event, if it is, we want to be able to tell the story the right way. So for me, as a man,
how do
hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I have to tell this child as they grow. It's very unfortunate. I gotta apologize to this child for forcing them to grow up in this fucked up situation because it's both of our faults. But I don't know if she's gonna take accountability. But I'm gonna take full responsibility and tell them I'm so sad you had to grow up in the house.
Hey, I don't want our child to know.
She can't tell me that.
She
can't tell me that.
And she would have been like,
she can't tell me that. Because this is the response.
Like, I don't want him to know how we met. Even if, let's say, like, we were watching that.
She can't tell me that.
Zell Swag was saying that. He's like, yo, I met you on a vacation on a drunk night. You're pregnant now. This is our kid's story is,
yes.
Yo, I met your mother on a vacation. And
yes.
one night stand and she got pregnant.
Yes. Because I'm not going to. So this is my thing, right? Because if the scenario is what it is, right? Let's say hypothetically it's this scenario. It's unfair to him that he gets to see my two children before him, how they grew up. So how do I explain that? Mm-hmm. When he's going through photo albums and he's like, that's your sister Liberty there, or that's Dream when she was little. And he's like, damn, they had their mother and father their entire life. He don't have that. Because it ain't going to be pajama pictures for Christmas with him and his mother. It ain't gonna be, you understand, family vacations with just